good morning. Let me get into some carving. I think we're gonna try to finish up the dome piece today. And then you might have noticed I color coordinated these beads, so we're gonna make something out of that too. We're gonna change this rope though. Go with something darker. So far, dome's working out pretty good, I think. So we're gonna continue our cleanup of it. This piece as official looking as possible. Adjust it to see if that works. Sorry, I'm a little bit of a delay, so I don't see it quite as fast as you do. Did a pretty good sand last night. I was pretty happy with it. But this corner that we had to repair seems like it took pretty well. Now it's just a matter of cleaning everything up again. Maybe putting some duster on it. And we can move on to the finish. And maybe in some small part the decor as well. I am gonna maybe work in a couple of the files. there's a chat over there. Hey Mitchell, how you doing? Hey Elegant Woodcraft, how you doing? Thank y'all both for joining me. I am doing good. Today I am working on the MF Doom pendant. Trying to get the sanding down, get the everything cleaned up today, and then put some linseed oil on this thing and start putting a necklace together. I'm so good, Mitchell. How are you doing today? I'm just hitting some little details and cleaning some little things up with the sandpaper. Get some of those knife marks out of there. Get some of those areas softened up and defined. Because I feel like we're gonna put a pretty good gloss on this, and I don't know how this particular wood is going to finish. Uh, kind of one of the fun things about being somewhat of a novice in this world. A lot of surprises, right? So this is kind of where we're at so far. And I think I'm almost ready for some finish. I don't know. This scares me that some of that might disappear, but I guess we could also go back into it. Just hanging out, having a coffee, and was going to head to the shop, but I think I'll watch you for a bit first. Thanks, Elegant. I appreciate it. Hope your coffee's delicious. What you got in that cup anyway? This, I think, is a Cafe Bustelo. Mitchell says, better if I don't say how things are going here. Well, I wish you better. Whatever it is, it will get better. Not always and hardly ever in the way that we expect or hope, but things do tend to work out. The fact that we are here is evidence of that. But I'm sorry that you may be going through something. But at least nobody's got you on a neck piece as a memorial, you know what I'm saying? Another day above the dirt, another day to make it work. Bars. Mitchell says, I wonder if you can use a lighter and darker oil to shade the areas of the art. Some Black Rifle coffee today, says Elegant Woodcraft. Wish I remember what kind, because it is tasty. Well, hey, tasty is all that matters, right? Kid says, I don't know, just an idea. Mitchell says, I don't know if I... Rhinestone, Suzanne says, I see you carving. Yes, yes, yes. And Booty says hi. Welcome, Suzanne. Welcome, Booty. So I don't know. I usually basically linseed oil doesn't have any stain in it. It'll color a little bit, but it mostly enhances what's there. It'll look very similar to what it'll look like wet, but I just don't happen to know what this is gonna look like, or this with these other colors integrated. So it's gonna be, interesting. It's gonna be interesting. Around these corners a little bit just to clean it. And I think I'm ready. I'm a little bit nervous. How with mine. But one thing's for sure is that these darks are gonna get much darker with the stain. Oh my God, something is flying up around me. It's driving me nuts. Oh, did I get it? Did I get it? I'm too far away from my dad built coffee protector over there. A whole little coffee habitat that I built back in the corner. I'm gonna leave the little tiny saw marks and everything in the back of the wood. I want that to be definitively a chunk of wood. I'm still a little torn about the eyes. I'm a little torn about the eyes. I think this contrast works. I kind of want to dump some black in there, but I think I'm gonna try this first. Bad Dragon in the building. What's good? What's good? Good to have you in the chat, as always. As always. Looks great, Wes, says Rhinestone Suzanne. Thank you. So Mitchell is dropping tips on us. Let's see. Have you tried Bones Coffee? They're absolutely great. I get acid reflux usually, but their coffee is just incredible. Oh, sounds sounds like something worth giving a shot. I get the reflux too, so I have to be careful about how harsh I'll allow my coffee to get, because I don't like it strong. See, I've got a little bit of divotry still in there. There there we go. Feel like a museum curator with this little brush this way. All right. Let's go ahead and start we can look at the doom as the doom was intended to be looked upon. I don't think we need the files for anything. Let's try it inside of the it's just for kibbles and bits, you know what I'm saying? I mean, that wasn't a bad thing to do. It's actually pretty incredible. I love how that's working. Oh, that is doing something good for those letters. Very tough to get those knives to make these little curves. This seems to do it. We don't have to settle for the suggestion of a curve. We can actually get the curve. I love that. Chocolate truffles I like, but my wife isn't a fan. All right. I love that sophistication. I love having some high-end chat in here. No, we are being very delicate, obviously, with this, but hmm. Mitchell says I could pull the trigger on the homemade mugs, but they're insane how cool they look. Oh. Alright, so let's get to some of this boiled linseed oil, shall we? house cleaning. This is always the next level. Got 112 people and 8 likes. Can I get a handful of likes before I finale this thing? Because I know once I put the oil on, y'all gonna disappear. All right, here we go. Oof. Vastly different than I expected. What about on the back? Oh, that is bright. Populating. Popping. Let's see. See if we did the Brother Doom justice. I can tell you what, though. Look at what the wood grain is already doing on that. Those aren't divots. That's the actual wood grain. Let's see what we got. Hey, Smoke. Hey, Arami, how you doing? So we got Doom. Hey, Elegant Woodcraft, thanks for joining us. That's dope. That's super. I love it. Elegant Woodcraft is making some great looking jewelry over there. Like it's a little gem of a channel. I think you're slept on. I don't know how long you've been pursuing this, but yeah, you got some nice like those earrings with the dowels through. Really, really nice. Thank you, Smoke. I appreciate it. I think I'm all I think I'm somewhat done with this one. However, however, first I gotta wipe this off my hands. I don't even know why I didn't put gloves on. but I didn't. And I'm one of those weird people for whatever reason. I don't know why this is. I'm one of those people who doesn't like stuff on my joint. Looking good, says Smoke. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. We got something out of it on this Sunday morning. Oh, oh, rum, rum, boom, boom, bow, bow. But I do have something else for that necklace. Because that's a pendant, it needs a necklace, it needs a neck piece, it needs something that works with it. I appreciate it, Wes, and that was someone else. I'm more furniture, don't want to take credit for someone else's gems. Really? Elegant Woodcraft, I'm going to have to go check out your channel like right now and make sure. Oh, dude. Elegant Woodcraft is a freaking rock star. I don't know how I was mixing you up with that other person. You are a rock star. You did those bassinets. Incredible work. Like chef's kiss work. I love what you do in your shop. I'm 100% sure that anybody in here already knows about you. So I'm glad to have you, buddy. I am glad to have you. That's crazy that here I'm gonna make you a mod just so that I recognize a G in the building. Suzanne, I'm also gonna have to make you a mod. I'd like to recognize the channels who are doing stuff and actively working their channels so that I can promote you guys when you're in here. It's a whole community and I appreciate all of it. Bad Dragon, thanks for supporting Elliot too. Good stuff. My dog is laying on my lap, says Ian. Sounds like you having a good Sunday then. Cause like cats are fantastic, you know. They'll chill in your lap, but they kind of hold you hostage. A dog will move across the couch with you and chill. A dog will let you get up, make a sandwich, come back, plop right back on you. Ian says she's heavy. Or you might have the same thing as a cat owner would then. You don't want to move because it's uncomfortable. Anyways, let me flip this around, let y'all see what we're doing with the rest of this. Suzanne Schmoke's lives are so fun. Eco Woodcrafts is who I was thinking of. Thank you, Schmoke. I don't know how you have the name Schmoke and you have such a sharp memory. Because not me said. So here's the thing. The next thing, anyway, is that these are going to be the neck pieces for that. I think that works, right? Because it's kind of big, right? Let me see. Show you what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? It's kind of big, so it needs like a hardy situation. But I think it needs more contrast, so I'm gonna pull these beads and I'm gonna put darker ones in between. I just think it'll be better. You know what I mean? But I found these and I like them, but I'm gonna have to rip them off of this because I think it should be dark in between these. So we're just gonna slice them open. I'll show you the other choices I made, just comparatively, so you can see how much bigger this is. Right? This is the Africa pendant I wear all the time. Size-wise, it's considerably bigger. Fortunately, it's wood, so it's not heavy. But these beads, comparatively, you know what I'm saying, are much heavier. But I think that works. You know what I mean? I think these light, kind of smaller beads was good for here, for the violin, the world's smallest violin. For when y'all come in my chat and cry, I can be like, but I think that choice worked. So I'm gonna trust that this works. I'm gonna be honest with you, right? I love this Wu-Tang, but I really want to do contrast the other way. I want to do it with a light Wu-Tang and a dark Wu-Tang background. So, I think all in all, we'll end up with something cool maybe. But I'm gonna have to cut these out. You just fall behind the thing. Truth is so bad. Let's cut these out. I think I'm gonna have to cut them individually, all of them, because there's like knots. Maybe I can cut it and then I'll untie the knots as I go. But I appreciate anybody who did hit the like button. I know you didn't have to. And in many cases, I bet you didn't want to. But you did, and I appreciate it. So, back to the chat. Sorry, I'll be getting them all way a lot over here. Post that channel, Dan. Sorry, y'all. I have to reorchestrate my feed. No, Elegant, I don't mind you posting it at all. I welcome that kind of thing over here. Not a problem. Dang, it's a lot of cool stuff happens over there. And I'd love for y'all to see it. Like, this is all variety and stuff. Like, that's the great thing about YouTube. It's like nobody can be on 24 hours a day. So it's awesome to have a lot of other options in your same genre or different genres, just to be able to have some options. You know what I mean? I want to save this rope, so I'm going to untie every single one of these knots. Because it was a good idea. It's just not a color I want. And then maybe I can dye this rope myself. I feel like eventually I'll get good at undoing this knot. Little needle nose pliers. Suzanne says, or make a community post. Mod Wrench, you should be able to right click and copy paste, says Smoke. Smoke is our tech support here. Man, Smoke, I was watching you set up the other day, and the patience is insane. I was like, oh my God, I gave up. I bought a whole monitor, and I couldn't get it to pull the chat and keep it in real time, and I just gave up. It's just sitting here doing nothing. You have the patience of a Buddhist, my friend. Smoke says, I am trying. Yeah, but you're doing good over there, man. Like, the way you're, I can tell your channel's gonna be great. Smoke is very considerate over there. Not at all like me. And he's very considerate of the angles that you get, and he's setting up where you can get multiple angles. He's got a whole camera and mic system. Ugh. I'm gonna just keep going over there just so I can get inspired to do better. But man, Smoke is a true wrencher. Car guy. Sweet little, I want to say it's a 76 Beetle. And I am so excited about that car. I had a buddy who had a Carmen Ghia we brought back to life in our 30s. And he sold it. And it blew my mind that he ever sold that car. I would have bought it from him just so he wouldn't have to sell it. I'd be like, it's here if you need it back. No, I wouldn't. I would have drove that thing. That car was awesome. Cherry red Carmen Ghia. Beautiful car. 1965? What? Smoke. Man, that's gonna be wild. Smoke, are you keeping the original drivetrain engine and all that stuff? You doing something entirely different? What's gonna go on with that? How you gonna run that thing? Or is it already running? See, I don't know. I know you're not driving it. Mitchell says, I subbed Woodcraft. Smoke says it runs and drives. Man, the way you had that thing pulled apart the other day. Wow. True wrencher. If I take that much stuff off my car, it's going to sit for 6 weeks. I got to turn the fan on, y'all. I got it. I got intruders buzzing towards my coffee, and I gotta deter them one way or another. You know what I mean? I maybe could also just put a little small dark bead in between each of these. I got some reddish sort of ones over there. And this has got kind of a reddish hue on the face. But we could try that. Just to see what it's going to look like before we get all the way to that part of it. These needle nose pliers are perfect for this. Smoke says, whoa, my sub count just jumped. Yeah. Looking out for the smoke dog in here. I ain't never represent, baby. Thank you all for going over and checking out Smoke. It will not be taken for granted. Smoke does cool stuff. You will enjoy yourself over there. Rather than sitting here watching me do the grunt work, you know. But it is part of it, y'all. Mr. Hancock and I will have to drive a little north when he can make it. Oh yeah? Pull up on a Smoke? Are you saying you're gonna hit the road and come to Georgia? Come through Georgia? Cause you know, hey Smoke, guess what I gotta do today? I've got to spend a certain portion of my day today clearing off the back of Shirley, my 81 Chevy, square body, so that the tow truck can come scoop her up in the morning and take her to her brand new engine. Good old 350. And then she will be back on the road as my main squeeze for the next couple months until my son hits his marker for his 1 year with his driver's permit. Suzanne says, I was just telling my hubby about that truck. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I love that truck. My boys, I took them to elementary school in that truck. And I'm really loving the idea of him having it. I really, and he's a good kid. He's responsible, and I do trust him. I trust his decision making primarily. So I think he can handle it. What I can't handle is this. So I'm gonna have to do something in order to get these through there. So this is much thicker than what I usually use. Let's see if this will work. If it doesn't, I'm sure I got some OGs in the chat who will teach me a better way. But now let's try this with the paint tape. Basically make a shoestring. See if that works. Good enough. And these you just pour right through. And I'm gonna just keep a few of these on deck. And if and then we'll look at them and see if they suit the neck piece. I'm trying to build up something entertaining, but the best part of the live stream is the live stream community. That's true, Smoke. But you've also got a lot of great information. You can be an informative guy too. But I like exactly what you're doing right now. It's entertaining to watch the setup and the process and the learning. That's why the lives are so interesting, is because it's not so scripted. Anything can happen. You get to see good decisions and bad decisions in real time. You get to learn from somebody else's mistakes, yet so on and so forth. You know what I'm saying? Like the way I just lost 100 people just beating this necklace. You know what I'm saying? But we gotta do what we gotta do. Can't hold them forever. There's a lot of interesting people out there in the YouTube community. Somebody fire up a chainsaw and it is over for me. Elegant says, I think I've dropped a sub to each person here now. That's dope and appreciated by each person here. Alright, let's look at this real quick and see if that works. Does that work with the Dune piece or no? Before we go any further. Is it too much? It would hang lower. That might be too much. Maybe. Let's see what the OG original looked like. That one may make more sense. That may make more sense. Sometimes ornate is too much. Yeah, it's big and pricey, yeah. I've ever worked with something like gold leaf west. I did gold leaf in a cane that I did very recently, just for a very small, and I mixed it in the epoxy so that it would glitter in through the base of the cane. But yeah, I haven't actually leafed on gold leaf properly before. And I'd consider it, I don't, because this would have been a perfect project for it because of the, you know, the helmet is a chrome helmet typically. But no, I haven't. I think I would like to try it. I like the light dark contrast, but it's just my opinion, says Mitchell. So Mitchell says this. Let's call this A. A with the beads in between. Or with just the knots in between. Rhinestone, Suzanne says, I really like it, and I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Smoke says A. Rhinestone says A. Elegant says A. Everybody says A. You got it. Listen. Look at the big brain on Brad. All right. So I'm going to unthread this because I got to pull some more of these out to get to that. But we've got a method to do it now. We've got, let's see. About that many more to pull. Because we want this to be in knots. We want this to hang. I like the idea of this hanging. Rather than, the tension that's slightly lightly on these. You know what I mean? Wu-Tang, Wu-Tang. Ronick, what it is. Mr. DeVoodoo, what it is. How you doing? How you doing? Mitchell says, say what again? Say what one more time? I triple dog dare you. Do you speak English? What ain't no town I ever heard of? That is hilarious. You get me going all day on that one. Have y'all seen, have y'all been over to Runick's? Runick is over there doing everything. Some of the nicest pin turning I've seen. Like, there's pin turning, like, and then there's like complex design pin turning. There's nothing ever normal over there at Ronick. Like, you'll never see, pulling beads apart. But you'll see these cool taping patterns coming to life. And then 5 seconds later, it's coming to life again in a different way. And 15 minutes later, it's magical in a whole new way. Like, the layers of detail Runick is capable of is amazing. Good place to be, too. Whereas West just makes medallions come back, makes it smiling. Many people look around the place until I'm wilding. I don't know. Freestyling MF Doom is not easy. He does really amazing work across the board. That's the truth. Smoke says that's the GOAT. I agree, Smoke. I agree. Runic said appreciate the props. Listen, I don't know. I guess it's props. But I am telling the truth. Like, and then people immediately come in and vouch. You know what I'm saying? You're a made guy. With the silvery head. Runic has the hair of a wizard. It's amazing. Doggone cool ass wizard. Not like one of those old Gandalfy wizards, but like a wizard that was like could have maybe been a vampire and just made a different decision. You know what I mean? But could have pulled off vampire as well. Isn't that weird that vampires are like predators and somehow we made them like sexy? I'm like somebody that might make sweet love and take my turn. So now that I say it out loud, though. I did figure Runic out. I was like, this is no ordinary airbrush. I can't believe I'm in here in my own home and I got a mosquito that bit me on my face. I got an active mosquito bite on my face. And I want to cry. Mitchell says vampires are glorified mosquitoes. They kind of are, aren't they? Sexy mosquitoes that want to make out with you before they finish you off. That's what's kind of weird. That's kind of the foul part about the vampire. He's like, what? You want to do what first? What? Weren't you planning to feast on? He's like, yeah, but I've been lonesome too. It's crazy. So they're like hungry and lonely at the same time. That's why I don't have no vampire friends. Just wizard friends, like Runic. Suzanne says, mosquitoes love my blood. You must have sweet blood. Mosquitoes are attracted to sweeter blood and darker skin, which I have both. Just me. Good morning, Wes. Definitely great work in the carving. Love the two color layers on it. So you start on it another live and immediately thought you were doing MF without even seeing the title. Ha! I love it. I love it. I am glad. I think it worked out pretty good. And now we're just trying to put something together to make it pop a little more, something a little worthy of it. I had a good idea. I almost abandoned it, and the chat let me know that I was tripping, and I got back in my place as a servant of the people. Yo, and I think I almost got enough bead that we can start piecing this joint back together. Because I am releasing a knot, which is releasing new rope each time, so I'm getting more bang for my buck. Because I'm not going to tie knots back in it. I'm going to send those just every other way. These two beads. Suzanne says, I don't know how I'm mean as hell. I've never seen that, and I don't believe it. I've never heard tell of that. Arami says, I've been lonely too long. I'm telling you. More than just me. All I know is that some of the mosquitoes here obviously blew in from Florida because they are massive, says Elegant Woodcraft. Where are you at, Elegant Woodcraft? Are you in Texas? Great new earworm, says Arami. Yikes. We had some big ones, says Smoke at Elegant Woodcraft. Them Florida skeeters. I don't know, these Georgia ones are quite aggressive. They're not big, but like they freaking swarm. They will be on your hind parts. Come on, open up. Open up. Let me into your heart, baby. There we go. The LA mosquitoes, says Esther Witt said. What happened to S does it? Seeing something here that can probably carry off a medium dog. Holy smokes. Suzanne said the Louisiana mosquitoes will drink your blood and slap you on the butt when they're done. That's hilarious, Suzanne. Miss Esther in the building. The most beautiful thing I ever seen. Like, if I was a vampire, I would definitely bite my wife. I would be like, listen, I'm gonna eat some other people, but I want you to come with me forever. Says, babe, I forgot about Thai mosquitoes. I don't remember Thai mosquitoes. FYI, mosquitoes hate fresh basil. If you pick some and rub it on your skin, make a spray out of it. I actually do that with peppermint to keep them off of me. Okay, Wes, I got you playing, but I'm about to do my first 3D carving since breaking my hand to get some practice. Oh, great. I'm glad you're going to get some practice in. Be careful. Be safe. and let us know how it goes. Are you going to do it on a live or something? Elegant Woodcraft says, get after it, Suzanne. Got some support in this piece. Mitchell says, Suzanne, I subbed your channel just now. Look at it, look at it. Let's go. Let's go. Rhinestone Suzanne. Holy potatoes. I didn't even realize I wasn't subscribed to you, Suzanne. Sheesh. See? That's why y'all need to be mods. So now I am. Now I am. You got one more knucklehead in your chat. Cannot promise good behavior. Alright, let's see. Alright. Suzanne says you're just seeing what you're capable of right now. Everything, Suzanne. You're capable of it all. Well, got that out of the way. I wonder if I use a heat gun and put a little bit of hot glue on that tip and then stretch it out a little, stretch it out a little bit. If that would work better. I don't know. It'd be better if I could find my hot glue gun. This is my blue stick. I just need to. Well, here's one. Wait for that to get hot enough. Squeeze some of that out. Thank y'all for all 15 of your likes. I appreciate it. You're the greatest. Until somebody else comes along and is greater than you. You have a great day too, Mitchell. Take it easy. Since I did MF, are you planning on doing any other artists, taking suggestions maybe? Just me, yeah, sure. You know, I did this Wu-Tang. I did the violin for a half subscriber, but it is now in the gonna be on the auction block soon as well. So yeah. I did a wooden bow tie, and I think that was a subscriber suggested, but I'd always kind of had an idea about doing that. So yeah, if you got other ideas and artists and logos, I was also thinking about Dipset, you know what I mean? The Dipset logo, but I don't know. You know, I'm very hip hop focused, but not limited to it. You know what I mean? Let's see if that worked. Made it firm. Hey, Wes Pendant is looking great. Thank you, Carnage. Appreciate it. Elegant says, y'all some slackers attacking that screen. Just saying. This is true. I don't know why they're not tapping that screen, but I gotta assume it's all my fault. And I need to do better. I will try, folks. I don't know if these little beads are gonna work for this. Oh no. I might have to go to, cause it's a tight fit. Let's see if I get any better at putting them on. If not, we're gonna have to go back to the elastic stuff. And I guess that'll be fine. I mean, the weight of these alone help with the, but if I can use this, I'd like to. I feel like I'm gonna scratch them up. That's what I'm worried about. So, in the words of Chris Voss, don't be so sure what you want that you wouldn't take something better if it came along. This might be better. For the moment. We're making our way in this world today. Smoke says I'll be live at high noon Eastern Standard Time. Look forward to it, Smoke. Now, in the world of elastic, we got to do it twice so we get the length we want. Twice. So, I think that's it. I'll try it. And then I'll cut some extra. Because I'm scary. Alright, so now I'm just going to take this and kind of half it, right? I can move this down. Don't think I'm going to need that. So I ended up with quite a bit, right? This one's gonna hang low, but I also want to be careful about maybe I'll just tie one of these on at the very end just to give me something to hold on to. And to keep the other stuff from falling through. Tie a little simple granny knot. Boom. Twice will make it easier. As far as this end, I'm gonna use my little bread stuff. I just use a little bread tie and burn the plastic off of it. Make a little kind of a hook. It's pretty pliable, so you can easily end up with what you want. And then we just start threading these things in. Easy as that. Just Me says, thanks for answering my questions, Wes. Again, great work. It's good to see more underground represented. I gotta go. I'll keep an eye out for you on the next project. Oh, I appreciate that very much. I do. Have a great Sunday. So I'm just alternating these things. And I think it's going to be fine. By the time we start getting close to the end, we'll hold it up, we'll put them together and see if they make sense from doing it right. Right now it kind of feels like I'm doing a Christmas tree wreath. But wouldn't you like to get away? Sometimes you wanna go where somebody makes wooden chains. Boom, 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 boom. MF Doom and all. You wanna go where good rhymes flow. And boxes don't live the same. You wanna go where you can put wood on your chain. See It Just Me remix, that's right. I wonder if we got enough yeah, we definitely got enough beads because we got these in between. So we should be good on the beads. There's some beads in this house, there's some beads in this house, there's some beads in this house, there's some beads in this house. Oh, doubled up. Double up. Nipsey Hussle make a song like that. Some of these little ones are squared. Some of them are rounded. I think that's going to be fine. I don't think I have nearly as many of these beads as I thought. Like out and available. I think I'm almost at the end of what I got cut so far, which seems kind of impossible, but here we are. So I just have to untie some more knots, but like that's not even near where I thought I was with this thing. I mean, it's that much. It's like 2 bracelets for the whole neck piece. Wild business, kid. But we got more. We just gotta get them. Man, I thought we'd done plenty. I was wrong. And since we're not gonna use this, we might as well just cut these loose, right? Good sharp knife is always good to have. Keep on crafting, crafters. I've got a honeydews to do and kitchen passes to procure. The queen's happiness is worthy and a life's long endeavor indeed. See y'all. Appreciate you, Rami. Thanks for popping in. As always, it's a pleasure. I feel like I gotta sneeze. I guess that's what we're doing today. We're crafting. I never knew. I'm gonna take myself as seriously as I was before. I was once a mighty woodworker. I do still kind of feel like I'm decking the halls right now. Boughs of holly and such. Got another mosquito bite happening on my arm as we speak. A little thirsty. I'm over through the rapscallions, that whole lot. See it around me, get those kitchen passes. It's still early, relatively speaking. I wonder if I can get that wall up in that bathroom today. Maybe I can do that. Start building out my bathroom downstairs. Do a little bit of that plumbing. Then at least get it in the wall. I wonder which my lovely wife would rather have happen first. Probably the bathroom down here. Elliot says, okay, Wes, I got to hit the road as well. I'll clean up the shop a little bit, but I can get my live going. Take care, man. Great work. See you later, Dan. Take it easy. Runick says, see you later, Dan. I'm a member of Dan's channel over there. If you'd like to become a member to the channel here, there's a button for that somewhere. We need to cut another knot. It's very satisfying to have a good sharp knife at your disposal. Yeah, we're still not there yet. Let's keep and continue onward and forward, upward and Adam. Upside down, I turn inside out. I was in a mall the other day and I heard a call from the other way where I just came from. Some was saying something, talking about, hey man, remember me from school? No, not really, but he kept smiling like a clown, facial expression, looking silly, and he kept asking me, what kind of car you drive? I know y'all paid, I know you got Boo Bros from all the songs that y'all done made. And I replied that I've been going through the same things that he has. True, I got more fans than the average man, but not enough loot to last me to the end of the week. I live by the beat like you live check to check. You don't move your feet, then I don't eat, so we like neck to neck. Yes, we done come a long way like them cigarettes from Virginia. This ain't gonna stop, so we just gonna continue. Me and you, your mama and your brother, she too. Rolling down the street, blowing holes, pulling up, slamming Cadillac doors. Me and you, your mama and your cousin too. Rolling down the street, blowing holes, coming up, slamming Cadillac doors. The other day when I was younger, looking to fill me belly with that rallies, pulled off like it's supposed to be pulled. And then looked on, I was stoned like them white boys, looking at white when the ass got it's just looking like everything is looking like they're so fine, intertwined. Yo, we ain't lime, I'm just chilling. I'm the rabbit villain, and I'm so high, freely Me, Lil C, Big Moan and Suge, and my little brother James. Things changed in the hood where I come from. When raps know, Mama, I want to sing, and Mama, I want to, and Mama, I'm talking now. Moving on up in the world like elevators. Me and you and Jimmy Crew, me and you like Tony, Tony, Tony. Like this, each point, and we gone. Me and you, your mama and your cousin too. Rolling down the strip, boom, boom. Coming up, slamming Cadillac door. Me and you, your mama and your cousin too. Coming down the strip, boom, boom. Coming up, slamming Cadillac door. Does our chain hang low? Almost. That's about it. Yeah. That's enough, ladies and germs. So, put one more of these on there, and then I'm going to untie this knot that we tied initially. Get that out. We're just going to loop one of these. We're going to take this off altogether. Loop one of these tag ends and this other end, and then we're just going to let them just going to fish them down. Right. And put one of these through it. All right. Do a simple little granny loop once. Pull it tight. Then I'm going to do another. Loop it once, pull it tight. On the third, I'm going to loop it not once, but twice. Same on the fourth. And you don't have to do this many. But I overkill sometimes. It's just how I'm built. Now, after you've done that much, tighten it up. You got a good knot. I gotta put something on here to let it hold. And tight. Should I find some sort of accessory? If you don't have super fingernails like me, Could do it this way. What do we think? So I think this one worked out. I don't think there's much left to do to it, or for it, or on it. Let me spin this camera around so you can get a little bit of that. Maybe. It's a little bit better, I think. Alright. That's how old men function with cell phones. So that's our doom. A little more linseed oil on it because we can. I think it came out great. I think this was a good choice in the neck beads. And I thank y'all for your input on that. Yeah, I think the bead choice worked out. So yeah, I'm super geeked about it. I'm gonna go ahead and I guess go check on my family and do a little maybe a short on this one, and catch y'all on the next one. Appreciate you hanging out with your boy. Wes does it. Next time. We gone.